Let's begin with three simple questions. What is NLP? Where does it come from? And what does it stand for? So what is NLP? NLP is, if you like, a study of human excellence. It's about understanding yourself and understanding other people. More about that later. Where did it come from? Well, you'll hear a number of stories and legends about how NLP was born. Back in the early to mid 1970s, a couple of guys by the name of Richard Bandler and John Grinder were working together at a university in California. They had come together on a very specific project. They wanted to understand how some of the best therapists in the world had achieved such tremendous success. They created a process that later became known as modelling, and they used this modelling process in order to study these highly successful people. They wanted to understand a range of things. They wanted to get into not only their behaviour, but their mental strategies, their beliefs, their value system, their attitudes, even looking at their little idiosyncrasies that they had in order to determine whether they were part of the process that created the success. They worked with a number of people, including a guy called Milton Erickson. Erickson was and still is by many regarded as the father of hypnotherapy. Phenomenally successful man. Tremendous power in helping his patients, as he called them, clients as we would call them these days, I guess, in helping those people to create their own wellness, to find their own way out of the place they were at. They worked with a lady called Virginia Satir. Virginia was a very successful family therapist. She had a tremendous skill at asking artfully created questions that would enable her and her clients to not only dig into the very heart of an issue, a problem, but also to find their way out of it. They looked at the work of people like Pavlov, Gregory Bateson, Fritz Perls, connected with the world of Gestalt therapy. And at the end of their study, they had a model. What they did then was to try that model on themselves, rather like fitting yourself for a new suit. And having tried it on for themselves and realised how effective it could be for them, they then taught it to a small group of people. Those people in turn discovered that it increased their success in many areas of their lives. And so then they decided, okay, we've got this model, we've got this powerful new way of thinking, we've got this tremendous kind of attitude shift, what are we going to call it? So they sat down, and there are many legends about how the name came about as well. Basically, they decided to call it Neuro Linguistic Programming. Neuro Linguistic Programming. Now, this is the interesting thing, because as an NLP trainer, I've worked with literally thousands of people, and the very frequent response is people say to me, so what do you teach? I say, I teach NLP. Oh, what's NLP? Neuro Linguistic Programming. Huh? Neuro what? So let's explore Neuro Linguistic Programming. The neuro part comes from the fact that all of our thought processes and our behaviour connect through our neurology. So the things that we do and the things that we think and the things that we feel all interact through our neural network. The linguistic part comes from the way that we communicate not only with ourselves and with other people. It's a continuous loop. Our language gives tremendous clues to what's going on in our model of the world. So as a professional in the world of NLP, when you listen to someone speaking, you can learn an awful lot about that person, about what's going on behind the mask. And the programming comes from the fact that that's what we do. From the moment we're conceived, pretty much, we program ourselves and we allow other people to program us. Some of our programs are very useful. Some of our programs are less useful, and some programs can become highly unuseful. Neuro-linguistic programming is about increasing choice, about increasing your choice, about increasing the choice of people that you work with. Welcome to the world of Neuro Linguistic Programming.